Greetings and welcome back to another episode of Nellie's Test Kitchen. Today we are making a old family recipe. It was called lemon icebox pie. We used to make it out of sweetened condensed milk, and then all we would do was just add a bunch of lemon juice and then pour it over a graham cracker crust. So that was what I was going for today. Let's go. So we're starting with 1 cup of heavy cream. I'm going to start it on medium, but as it starts to simmer, it bubbles up and stuff. So then I'm going to turn the heat down to around low. I want this to reduce by about half. My fingers keep messing up the video. Anyway, you could still hear me. I want this to reduce it down to about half, and then I'll show you what's next. And then over here, we have 2 tablespoons of butter. We've got half a cup of heavy cream powder. This is over medium heat. Do not walk away from this, because as it goes, it's like you want to stir, 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 and then it's going to start to brown, and then you have to stay close. And this is the brand that I've been using lately. It tastes so good. Kind of addicting. As you can see, this browns pretty quickly. It's going to get to a certain point where it's just before the color that I want it to be. That's when I'm going to remove it from the heat, because it's going to continue to cook while it just sits there. So it's like, keep an eye on it. You could also add a little bit of your sweetener to it at this point. You could add some cinnamon. Cinnamon will make it taste even more like graham crackers. So I'm going to put it in this. It's actually a pretty small container. Let's see. It's about 6 by 4. So I'm actually going to line this with parchment paper. You shouldn't need to grease the parchment paper, because the crust is plenty oily. So it should not stick to the parchment paper at all. And we're still waiting on this. This is down on very, very low now. And this part takes a while, so I'll get back to you. So I spread it around. This is going to go in the fridge. This needs to set up and be in the fridge until I put the filling on top. You can't add a hot filling on top of this when this is also still warm. It's just going to like spread and mix and everything. So we're going to throw this in the fridge, let it firm up until the filling's ready. All right, so here we are. It took about 45 minutes. I could let this get a little bit thicker, but I don't think I'm going to. I think this is about where I want it to be. This is the point where you could add in your sweetener. And I'm going to do ½ teaspoon of vanilla, about a pinch, look like a pinch, maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon of vanilla salt. You don't have to use vanilla salt. You can just use regular salt. Now, the vanilla salt is for flavor. You're going to have to taste test and see how it is. So we'll do about a teaspoon of lemon zest. And we'll do a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice. I actually had a fresh lemon in one hand. And stir it, and then we're going to see how this tastes. Ooh, it's a bit of a punch in the eye. All right, so for my tastes, I'm going to add more vanilla salt. Actually, more vanilla salt, a little bit more lemon juice, and more lemon zest. Taste again. That's really good, but I think I'm going to add in a tablespoon of butter just to finish it off. Then I'm going to let this cool, and I'll show you what's next. So I let it cool for about 20 minutes in the pan, and now I added it to the crust, and it's going to go straight in the fridge until it's nice and firm, maybe about an hour or so. So I would like to show you the completed project, but we were dipping into it yesterday by accident. Quality control. Anyway, so this is what it looks like today. And how thick the filling is going to depend on how much you boil it down. So I'm going to try to tidy this up a bit and cut it into pieces that look like, you know, bars. Anyway, I'm going to plate it up and then do some taste testing, which I've already done, but I didn't do it on camera, so you guys need to see that, right? So, full disclosure, I will never think that these are perfect without the sugar. They are close enough without the sugar. They're close enough without a sweetener for me. You might want to add some though. As I said, taste test it yourself and see what you think. Now, like I was saying, we were digging into it yesterday. It was me, my mom, and two of my sister-in-laws were over, and we were all eating it, and they were surprised that the heavy cream powder plus the butter cooked together does taste legit like a graham cracker. My one sister-in-law was also saying, because she's been in the family for years, she was saying this did taste exactly like what we used to make, the lemon icebox pie. So anyway, also wanted to say that I put some whipped cream on top. This is homemade whipped cream. Takes like a minute to use the milk frother and get it to blitz up and become whipped cream. And then I usually add a little bit of vanilla salt to it. So anyway, let's taste test and see how it turned out. It's really, really good. The only thing that would make it better is, yes, a little bit of sweetness. I can't have that, but if you can, have at it. Add a little bit of sweetener to it.
Did you call me?
Yes, I did. Oh, hello. Would you like to try one? It's a lemon icebox pie bars.
You said sweetness. You need a little bit of sweetness.
Yeah. Oh, I do need sweetness. You are my sweetness. Okay, hang on. You gotta say what you think.
It's definitely got the sour tang. It's got the cheesiness. But as a sugar fiend, it doesn't have the sweetness that I would be looking for.
So there you go. That's from someone who does legit need sugar. But anyway, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.